We got a complaint of overheating at idle, guys. So I actually got it on the alignment rack because it was bothering me not being able to show you guys how to properly test if your cooling fan working. And guys, this is all you need right here, a test light. Now, I say this all you need, but if you have no way, I have an advantage, okay? With this scan tool, I can actually tell the fan to come on, okay? If you don't have that luxury, you're gonna have to use the AC method, okay? And keep in mind, your AC has to be working for this method to work. Simply turn your AC on. That will send power supply to your fan when it's needed. When you first turn your AC on, the pressure going to build up so fast to where the fan will be commanded to come on. So that's what makes this a decent test. That's what makes this a decent method to turn your fan on. So turn the fan on. Your fan is supposed to be running if it's working. If it's not, this is a good way to check it, okay? Likely, if you have power supply and ground there and it's not working, then yes, you know your fan is internally shorted. But I'm using my advantage tool that I have, okay? Like I showed you guys earlier how to turn it on. I'm gonna turn it on again. What we're gonna do, guys, is go to the connector and verify if I have power supply and ground. Guys, keep in mind, any electrical motor has to have power source and ground to operate. If there's no power supply and ground, then it doesn't matter about the fan. Doesn't matter if you put a new fan in it, it's still not going to work because the power source and ground is not there. Now, on the flip side of that, if you do not get power supply and ground there, then you have some more diagnosing to do. You have to find out where is the power source being cut off at. But we'll get to that later. For now, we want to verify why this fan is not running. We have already duplicated the fan not running. Now we need to verify why. So let's get started, guys. Let me get the car up in the air. When I tell you what, let me raise it up. Well, I need to actuate it first. So what I'm gonna do, let me actuate it. Let's do this. We got to take this stuff step by step. Okay, remember, guys, we're gonna stay focused on the low speed fan. Let's go down to low speed fan relay. All right, guys, let me do this. Let me go to a break. I have another piece of tool I have to get, and when I get back, we're gonna proceed with this diagnosis. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I got what I need. What we finna do is actuate low speed fan. All right, hit enter. I have the key on, I hope. Yes, the key is on. Now, I need that to toggle. There it is. On, off, on, off, on, off. Now, what we about to do, guys, is check. All right, guys, I have the fan toggling on, off, on, off, on, off. What we about to do is check and verify if I'm getting power supply to the fan. All right, so hold tight. All right, like I said, I couldn't do that on the ground, so now I have the car in the air. Let's track down the fan connector. It is right here. Let's get this unplugged. There you have it. What we trying to do, there's a green wire, there's a yellow wire, and there's a black wire. Likely that center black wire is your ground. Likely the yellow may be a high-speed fan, power supply, and green may be low-speed fan. We gonna check. Right now I have it toggling, so let me grab my test light. Stick one lead to your test light to a decent ground. Wow, rusted this car is. We're gonna have to make sure you get a good ground. This looks like one right here, so let me tie into this. All right, now you want to make sure this thing is ground, so let me go see if I can stay up here. You want to make sure you're ground. Yes, that is the alternator power hot wire right there. So now when I put this on low speed, because you don't know which one low speed, just do either one of the outer wires. I suspect green low speed, so let me, hey, I was right. It should be yep, it's toggling on off, guys. You know what that means? I am sending power supply to the low speed fan motor. Now if I go to my scan tool and do the same thing for high speed, this one should do the same thing, but let's make sure there's a ground, guys. Remember, power supply without a ground means absolutely nothing. So what you got to do now is reposition your test light. So we're gonna go up here to this hot power source. right here. See if I can get a good bite on that. All right, now let's verify if I got a good ground using the body. Yes, it's ground. Now the center black wire should be ground without being actuated. So it should be ground anyway. Put that on. Yes, that is the center wire, guys. Y'all see that? So that is ground. Now, so guys, when I plug this up, this fan should operate, right? Low speed fan motor should kick on. That's all that really matters is the low speed. Now, I know if I don't do this, I'm gonna get some questions in the comment. Why you didn't do the high speed? So guys, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna actuate the high speed, and we're gonna see if the yellow light lights on off, on off, on off. In other words, we're gonna do the same thing. So let me go back to my scan tube and actuate high speed fan relay. All right, let me stop this. No continuation. And we're gonna move down to high speed. Gonna click yes. So is it toggling off on? Yes, it is now toggling. So we're gonna go do the same test we did at the low speed. And that was yes, the yellow wire. Let's see. Yes, y'all see that? So guys, my power supply is complete. The circuit is complete, okay? That fan should be running. Matter of fact, when I plug this in, high speed fan should start running. Let's see. Did I get it in? This car is cramped. Alright, I have the connector plugged in. No fan operation, ladies and gentlemen. This fan is internally shorted. Alright, so guys, I hope you got something out of this. I'm sure you did. The proper way how to check your fan operation. Now keep in mind, guys, what I talked about. If you're not getting these actuation power supply sources, this is a Gen 1 PT Cruiser, okay? So you will have a fuse box, and there is some fuse that protect this circuit. So hypothetically, if those fuses were blown, yes, that would yield you no power supply at yellow or green. So I'm just talking hypothetical now. Had you not got power supply here, yes, this is a Gen 1 with a fuse box, and this car also have hard separate high speed fan relay and low speed fan relay. Okay, so we're talking about the traditional electrical system at this point. It wasn't until 2006 when all the electrical changes became about on especially the PT Cruiser with the invention of the tipper. All right, so if you have no power supply, check your fuses. Okay, if your fuses are blown, simply sticking a fuse in is not a repair guide. You got to find out what caused that short, and it likely will have came from the fan. Okay, so you'll be right back to square one, guys. While you're down here, make sure all that high pressure by the fan not running didn't cause any leak, because sometimes high pressure can build up to the point where it will push out the weakest point of the cooling system. So you have to verify that it didn't cause a leak. Yes, that could cause a leak. High pressure buildup could cause a leak. All right. So, oh wow, somebody must have had a leak. I'm really afraid that somebody put engine mounts right here. I hope when they did this, they did the timing belt and all that. But I'm gonna stay focused on the overheating, and I see why it's overheating. Wow, somebody likely had this. Okay. Yes, it's rusted out pretty bad. We're gonna stay focused. And guys, from the look of this, the way this is crammed up in here, this car been damaged, man. Like this bracket, this is replaceable, but it's too far close. Look how close that is to the, oh my goodness. It's not supposed to be that close. It likely has some front end damage. It's an 01. Alright guys, we are done here. I hope you got some out of this video, guys. It was killing my conscience not being able to show you guys this, because sometimes you can talk till you blue in the face until you actually put a hand on the car. Physically, nothing else matters. I know I would feel the same way. I feel the same way when I'm at the training center. I don't want to sit there and listen to the teacher yabba 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 all day. I want to put my hands on the physical product. Okay, so that's what we did here, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. That's all you need to test your radiator fan. I'll see you on the next video.